Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Curse of Strahd, episode 7. We were gonna have a full party tonight, and we were super excited, but then the power went out for Nicole, so we will be 5 out of 6 tonight. Hopefully, the power comes back, and she'll join us. If not, we will play on. When we last left the party, after retrieving some wine from the Wizard of Wine's winery and going down to Yester Hill in order to retrieve one of the magic crystals that helps produce the wine. Rescue one of the crystals. There you go.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a double negative and it's just treeving now.
I see. Treeving one of the crystals. They made their way to Krezk, however you want to pronounce it. And from there, they were able to exchange this wine for entrance into the village of Krezk and access to the Abbey of St. Markovia, which is above the village. Some weird things then happened. Some strange things are afoot at the village Krezk.
The circle C?
Circular village that starts with a K.
Yeah, Krezk. It's encircled by a wall.
Yeah. So first things first, you guys visited a shrine of the Morning Lord.
With this sweet pool.
Where you saw this image in the pool of a man who reached out to Irina, but he called Irina Tatiana. There was a spirit or a soul or something, a image that came out of Irina and reached and spoke to this other image, but then before they could make contact, there was a booming voice, the voice of the devil Strahd in the sky, and a crack of lightning and thunder that sent both the images sprawling, knocked some of you guys down, corrupted this pool and this shrine, and knocked over the gazebo and the shrine.
I thought it was right when their hands touched.
Yes, it was right about when their hands touched.
Okay, because I thought you said they didn't touch.
I meant before they could, embrace or anything like that.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Before they could be fully reunited.
Exactly, before they could be fully reunited.
It would have felt so good.
There was this strike of lightning. The one spirit that looked just like Irina fell back into her, and the other spirit disappeared, and we don't know where it went. Shortly afterwards, upon returning to the Burgomaster's mansion, sorry, I got notifications going down in the corner here. When you returned to the Burgomaster's mansion, you found that the abbot of the Abbey of St. Markovia was there and was offering to resurrect the 1 week dead son of the Burgomaster.
You mean Ilya Krezkov?
Yes, Ilya Krezkov. You guys went
the
to the graveyard. You dug up the body for the Burgomaster because you wanted to spare him that emotional turmoil. And then the abbot did indeed resurrect this boy, but something was off. He seemed detached, uncaring, soulless, if you will.
I will not.
From there, the abbot told you guys to go home with the Burgomaster and make sure he was all right, and then to meet him up in the Abbey because he had a task for you.
we also discovered, because of Pharaoh's insane passive perception, that the abbot is a celestial.
Yes. You guys recognized the language he used to cast the spell, and Koros saw a momentary image when he was casting the spell at its height, where he lost focus on his illusion of disguise, and for a moment Koros saw wings.
And I'm now convinced I've been, like, double deceived and that he's some sort of evil monster.
Deeply bamboozled.
We'll find out. So,
To be on the safe side, we should violently kill him.
So, I'm giving an extra long update today because we were missing two of our players last week. So I'm trying to fill in all the details. We've also got a lot of new viewers. Welcome, everyone. All right, so from there, you guys went up to the Abbey of St. Markovia, where at the entrance gate, you discovered there were these two sleeping, Emerald recognized them as mongrel folk. They are a mix of humans and various creatures, more than one creature in any given mongrel folk. You saw a donkey tail and wolf's ears and cat's paws and
It was spoopy.
scales. Yeah. But they were fortunately sleeping, and you were able to make your way into the Abbey, where you saw several more of these mongrel folk. And when you entered the main hall of the Abbey, you saw the abbot there. You also saw a woman in a red dress with very pale skin. And the abbot was clearly taking her hand and leading her down to sit at the table and beginning to teach her some etiquette, about which fork goes where and things, etiquette stuff. Lily probably knows more than me. And Koros, I believe, Koros, Emerald, and Pharaoh all noticed seams at the edges of her dress, by her arms, by her neck, and around her face. Seams that they were attempted to cover with makeup, this pale makeup, but clearly sewn together from different pieces. And that is where I had left you, so that's where we will resume.
Yes, Aridin, talk.
I'd like to present the party with a petition.
Wait, this is important.
I second the motion.
But
Is this out loud?
No, this is important.
No, this is Alex.
Okay. Lily is saying, / B, she's adorable. Before we went in this place, and most of the day, we've had mental link. So, for Emerald and Pharaoh, who weren't here last time, we have mental link. So if we do want to say things without the abbot hearing us, we can do that. That was all I was going to say. Go ahead.
I cast it out as a ritual, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Or we got it from something else. Okay.
Petition for a nickname for this etiquette lady. Costello, because she's hanging out with Abbott.
Oh my gosh. I'm down.
Who's in the grave? I don't know. What's in the church?
Other thing that's like, I guess, recap-y, kind of. The spirit that came out of Irina was named Tatiana, and the spirit of the man who was talking to her from the fountain was named Sergei. So if those names come up, that's what we know they're referring to. It's lovers separated somehow. We don't know the whole story at all. So we're trying to, that's a new side quest, is to free Tatiana's spirit and learn more about Sergei and Tatiana. So yeah, we're here to do a task for the abbot, but that might quickly turn into, let's find a high place to push the abbot off of.
I like the way you
this request. Okay. Do you guys tell us that you noticed her sewn?
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, did you guys see what's up with this? She's
Together from
pieces.
different parts. Normal shit.
Pharaoh, did you just say that out loud?
No. We have the whole mind thing
All right,
going on.
hold your finger to your forehead.
Oh, is that the signal?
That is the signal.
That or
It's the sort of thing Pharaoh would say out loud.
Right, that's why I asked. That is very thorough.
Holy shit, look at those stitches.
I'm immediately creeped out and do not feel good and feel a strong need to hurl.
Good instinct.
Would you like to roll Constitution to see if you hurl?
I would, actually. I'm going to do that. Thank you, Alex, assistant DM.
Alright, while Theo's providing a lesson in anti-etiquette for Costello,
I think
I'm going to greet the abbot. Hello! I've got a request of us. Also, who's this woman?
Ah, thank you for coming. He says, yes, this woman indeed isn't she beautiful? A fitting bride for the devil Strahd.
Didn't
Hold
say
up.
I'm coming.
Guys,
Okay.
I'm so confused by this guy. Is he on our side or not?
B was very startled when you did that.
She's upset by Strahd too.
Probably what it is.
He says, please do not think me an ally of the devil.
Dude, can he read thoughts?
He can't read mine. I have an ability.
He can read your guys' eyes going.
Yeah.
Can I read his thoughts to see if he can read thoughts?
He rolled he rolled common sense.
He's gonna like your parents' loop.
Are you going to actually read his thoughts, Sparrow?
Yeah, sure.
I really wanted to be like just holding a microphone up to a speaker.
Trying to figure out if he's an ally in a way.
Yeah. So I'm gonna speak as him for a moment, but what you hear him saying, you deem truthful. His thoughts match these words that I'm about to say. So he says, Strahd holds a curse over this land and over these people, but this curse also holds him. If we can free him from the curse, we free the land as well and the people within it, and we can save Barovia by saving Strahd.
This fascinates me, so I tell everybody in my thoughts. I think we can like save Strahd and get out of this place more easily.
Why would we want to save Strahd? We hate that guy.
I don't know. This guy thinks that we can.
I'll be honest, I don't hate him that much. He seems kind of chill.
Let's hear out what you have to say, friend.
Do you not see him flying in the sky, laughing at us and shooting lightning? And burning that place down and trying to kill that monk at the church yesterday and all the shit?
I say out loud, like, tell us what you know. So that's what I officially say. So what does he say to that?
Sorry, say that again.
I say, this is an interesting proposal. Tell us what you know, friend.
And he says, it is simple. Strahd requires a bride. He has been pursuing many women over the ages looking for a true love, and it has always been denied of him because of this curse. However, this woman, a being of my own creation, can satisfy the conditions of the curse.
How do you know about the curse?
I have been in this land a long, long time.
And when you say a being of your own creation, what the fuck?
I'm just waiting for him to
A
bust out.
just question,
in
my
just 7
liege.
days.
How was this creature created?
Well, I guess a lot of animate dead.
Some magic that I wish were avoidable, but unfortunately it was not.
Sounds like an excuse to me. Oh, sorry. It sounds like.
I'm hardly one to raise an objection to unsavory magic. Are you sure this will actually satisfy the conditions of the curse?
Of course it will.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is all this
Now I believe
related?
you for sure.
What was that, Alex?
It's okay. I can wait for Bobby to finish.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Is all this related to the bodies that have been taken out of the ground?
He turns and he seems to avoid answering that question, and he moves on and says, all she needs is a bridal gown.
Oh, God.
No one here in Crescent can fashion such a gown. There's no one of the requisite skill for the...
Are we literally about to play matchmaker on this, Biz?
No, we're about to play Pretty Pretty Princess. Like, the match has been made.
This is awkward.
But there is likely one in the city of Valakai. Are you familiar?
Indeed, we are.
About that.
This is simple. I have done a task for the Burgomaster. I have raised his son from the dead, and I would like him and you, if you are willing, to bring me this dress as payment.
About
Why do you-
that.
Why do you need the Burgermaster to do it?
he has the resources and the people to go to Valakai. I am busy here, as you can see,
What I'm
Indeed.
curious
tending
about
to my flock.
the magic you used to restore his son. I've never seen such power. I know you said it was the gift from the Morning Lord, but so
But
passing
we don't
strange.
believe you.
Did you say that out loud, Bobby? Was that...
Yes, I did.
Say it loud? Wait, I didn't hear it.
And he turns to, he said, but we don't believe you. I was asking if that was just a Bobby comment or if that was a Koros
that's
comment.
not what I was trying to get.
I
at.
wasn't sure
Like,
either. Let's call it a chorus comment.
And he says, your own paladin here, and he points at Irina. He wouldn't call her paladin, he'd call her your own servant of the Morning Lord. Witnessed the magic, understood it. He turns to Irina. Was that not of the Morning Lord?
I'm assuming she would say yes, but it's
Yes,
also-
and
Yeah, but it wasn't totally of the Morning Lord. It was a bit of this and a bit of that, so to speak.
She nods, but is like unsure. She's like, as far as she can tell, like as far as I could tell, yeah, but like, I don't know that much.
the boy seems detached, is all.
That is a unfortunate side effect of raising one in this land. Sometimes, many of the denizens of Barovia lack souls.
So this
They're not that bad.
I'm saying in mental things, so this is connected to what's happened with Dirk.
Maybe.
I think so.
I would believe it.
In my simplistic understanding of magic, Theo thinks it's very connected.
Makes sense.
Whether or not the boy had a soul in his earlier life, I am not sure, but it is entirely possible that he was raised without one. A great percentage of the population here in Barovia lacks their souls. It is quite sad indeed. Yet another reason why I wish to lift the curse from this
Okay,
land.
that actually matches a lot of what we saw in the first town we went to. Remember how all the people were super weird?
Yeah.
So that actually kind of fits. I kind of buy this story.
I mean, they seemed like most humans in our own. I trust you.
They seemed like really out of it. You know?
No, Emerald's being an elf again. Ignore him.
Emerald thinks all humans look alike.
Oh my god, Emerald's such an asshole. Never mind, I don't want to talk to him in this mental. Okay.
Very well. We will escort the Burgomaster to Valakai, retrieve a wedding gown, because that's how we roll now. And yes, it's a side quest.
Telling Lily to write it down.
Lily's the keeper of the quest.
I have added a task written down, and I will add the dress once he is not content right here.
Who should we speak to in Valakai?
Sarto?
Oh, he says,
Have you placed an order for the
it's
gown?
been some time since I've been to Valakai, but from the stories I hear and from what I know, you should be fine. You should be able to
So
find
you're just
them.
guessing. This doesn't actually exist yet.
Oh, I thought you'd placed an
He
order.
hasn't placed the order.
Wow.
Wait, what are her measurements?
Yeah,
He's
this
had
is already
500
down,
years to
like,
come up with a
weeks in
scheme to break
advance.
the curse. This guy does not seem like he has all his marbles together.
Clearly, he's also not a very good wedding planner.
Very well. We will go to Valakai, order a dress, and bring it back.
I'm gonna ask Pharaoh or Emerald or Poros. Can one of you just needle him more? I think it's really important that we know the wording of whatever the curse is that holds this land.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well, Lily. You're really
I think
soft.
it's important. Lily thinks it's important that we know the wording of the curse that's holding the land hostage, kind of. And he's being really vague about it. And I think it would help us have a better understanding of if this ruse with the fake bride is going to actually work. We knew the wording of the curse.
I really hope it rhymes.
And I really hope it rhymes.
So is Theo saying that, or is Lily saying that out of character?
Lily said, can somebody else needle him more about this curse? I feel like we don't know enough about it.
All right.
What is the origin of this curse? How was it laid upon Barovia?
I don't know the precise details, but As I understand it, it has to do with the dark powers that hold this land.
What dark powers?
Oh my, never mind.
Which
Pharaoh.
one specifically? I mean, I'm not asking
Oh, okay.
if there are
Okay.
dark powers.
Never mind. We're good. We're good then. Never mind.
Are the dark powers hiring? That one's out of character.
Yeah, the L and everything. It checks out.
That checks out.
He says they are dark powers that once pervaded this land, but now are contained. Their influence is still strong, however.
I bet it's those nice people in the temple to the
Dude,
south.
I was just gonna say your creepy mountain shit.
That could be a good place to look.
This is a great reason to go down there and see what they know, and if they have any gifts they can bestow upon us out of the goodness of their hearts.
It already sounded fun, and now it sounds relevant. Do you happen to mean the Mother Knight or anything like that?
No, not Mother Night. An older, darker power.
Does this older, darker power like mountains for their vacations?
He gives
Is
you this
there
look
a-
and he says, if you intend to seek the dark powers, I would dissuade you.
I intend to
They can
seek
tempt
them
even the
time.
strongest of souls.
Oh yeah, no, we have no intention of going anywhere near them. That's not our
We have heard
not our way of operating. We have no truck with dark powers. Let's go to Valakite before anyone asks any more awkward personal questions about anyone's relationship with any dark powers.
How long have you been serving this town?
A long time indeed.
God, he's the most obnoxious motherfucker.
Not gonna tell us anything.
Bye, bitch. What? I don't say that.
Oh, one last question. Every building in your monastery has a lot of horrific pain screaming coming from it. Can you do something about that? That's
Yes, my flock. I
uh-huh.
I hold
I'm
them
sorry,
now
what?
for the protection of the village and for their own good. I regret what I had turned them into, but it was their desires
Uh-huh.
that I do so.
Uh-huh.
It is a great sadness now, and the most I can do is keep them safe and keep the town safe from them.
Is Pharaoh still mind reading? Is this guy just brainwashed AF about his life?
How long does your read thoughts last?
Like a
It's only
minute.
like a minute.
Yeah, it's probably worn off by now.
What? No! Why?
It's been way more than a minute! We've been streaming for like 25 minutes. Excuse me.
All right.
Yeah, 1
Let's
minute.
leave creepy Barovian Dr. Frankenstein to his work.
Fine. We'll let him put people together. I just want to leave.
He also, and because I skipped this part, he does offer, if you do bring him the bridal gown, he's willing to cast Raise Dead up to 3 more times on your behalf. Or to give each of you the benefit of his healing touch.
Wait, this guy?
His healing touch, which, in addition to doing some fancy healing, also frees people from any curse, disease, poison, blindness, or deafness.
Oh,
Pharaoh, who is cursed with lycanthropy.
let's do that.
Ted
Wait, so
knows
he's
what
not
this
gonna do
is
it
now.
now?
Holy shit.
That does sound like a okay way to
Wait, is he doing it now or not now?
No, he's saying if you bring him the bridal gown, he's willing to do that.
Well, then I guess we should do it.
That is why we initially came to this creepy monastery.
Holy
Seriously, though, we
shit.
really need her measurements.
Yeah. Can you please give us her measurements?
Yes. He pulls out a like a measuring tape, and actually, like, she just stands there and she's just sort of glassy eyed, like, okay.
I feel like if we get them wrong, he can just sort of reforge her to fit the gown. So,
Okay, that's awkward.
Trim a little off.
yeah, nothing weird about that.
He
Cinch
pulls out a
this
quill and takes down the measurements and gives them to whoever's in front.
Sir, I say this not to mean crass, but you just you seem to be one who understands the practicality and means that something must be done at times. I ask,
There's a werewolf. Don't piss him off.
when it comes to what you've done with the group,
He's gonna
flock,
piss him off.
multiple, is it truly in their best interest to be caged but alive in the state you've left them in, not knowing what it is? Or would it be better to remove them?
Since I have oft considered that myself, I believe they are better off the way they are. For
Very
now.
well. I defer to your judgment.
Oh my god, this guy is so creepy.
I feel like I'm reading like a
Many of them are indeed
graphic novel.
well adjusted to life and work in the Abbey. And he gestures, so I mentioned this last session, I forgot to re-mention it. There's a violin playing upstairs.
Oh,
And he says,
Changes everything.
above you hear one of my flock, Cloven, and the beautiful talent given to him by the Morning Lord.
Oh, that's
It's
a
actually
name. Okay.
Quite beautiful. Yeah, Cloven is the guy's name.
I was like, okay, he has hooves now.
Yeah, nobody's
Like-
sad.
Probably has hooves.
He probably has hooves, but yeah, no, his name is Cloven Bellevue, and the violin really is quite beautiful being played upstairs. He says, on your way in, you may have seen others of my flock, Otto and Siegfried.
indeed.
Siegfried.
Nice guys.
Siegfried.
Bit furry.
Well,
Don't hold that against him.
That's okay. Theo's furry.
Maybe Theo should stay in the monastery.
Nope.
Can you play the violin, Theo?
No, I can't. I have no skill. My only skill is hitting things.
we have
Every time he picks
We
up a
have-
violin, he breaks it in half.
All right.
This has
I think
happened
we should
often?
take our leave of this terrible place.
we do have a dress to retrieve. We should go.
Yep.
All right.
Lily, can we get a status check on the quest log?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I've forgotten some of our side quests.
Yeah, I'm
Go to
happy
the
to do
dark
that.
place is high up there now.
So, we did accomplish bread for Pharaoh, by the way, last session. We got given a bunch of bread by the burgomaster, and we stored some in our sacks. So, you
This
ate a
is
bunch
why
of
you
bread.
guys are my best party.
And you stuffed your face with it in front of a grieving mother. It was incredibly unseemly.
Her need was not as great as mine.
Right. Now our cards are on the
Okay.
table.
I'm not touching that. So, here's our quest log. So, the other thing I was going to do in addition to reviewing the quest log was reviewing the tarot cards reading that we got from the Vistani.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll do the quest log first.
Cool.
The task for the abbot: retrieve the wedding dress from Valakai. Freeing Tatiana's spirit, which we now know is trapped in Irina. Learning more about Sergei and Tatiana. Become sweet ravens. That's my quest. I want to join the Keepers of the Feather. Wizards of Wine quest continues. We need to still get the Red Dragon Crush, which is connected to Baba La Saga. She stole one and she served Strahd, and she is rumored to be in the ruins of Berez, which is south of Valakai. So potentially we could do that on the way. We also need to find Sabras and re-access the plains. We also need to know what the deal with the creepy dolls is and beat up Izek for being nasty. Oh, well, he did get stabbed the other day, so I don't know if we're counting that. Koros would like to go to the creepy mountain in the south. Pharaoh's lycanthropy being cured, which is now connected to the abbot task, so that's kind of a 2-for-1 now. And we need to find Salik and Dirk's bodies, and the giant one that's like end of game quest is Strahd in all caps. Okay. And
That
then
guy.
our tarot card reading. The first card was History, Master of Stars. There's a wizard's tower on a lake, and the wizard's name and the servant will guide you. The holy symbol, Brother of Darkness. There's treasure with him. 3 was a weapon, a sword of sunlight. It's a treasure in a dragon's house, and clean to corrupted hands is what I've written. I'm not sure what that means. 4 is help from the Queen of Spades. search for a master. It says Vistani here. I'm not sure why. In Saint Markovia's Abbey. So potentially that could be this.
A Vistani is the Vistani are the gypsy folk that are.
I
that
know,
are
but I
around.
wrote Vistani next to search for master.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And 5 was enemy, a dark lord, king of spades, depths of darkness, and it's a place he must return.
So, I have 2 points.
Yeah.
One is a question.
Yeah.
Was it at all implied that Baba Lysaga was some kind of a spellcaster?
Yeah.
Okay. There's about a 25% chance that she's a wizard, which means she has a spell book, which means I want it.
Word. So do you want me to add that as a side quest?
No, I think that's part of finding Baba Lysaga and killing the crap out of her and just
Got
But
it.
also,
I call
if
it.
you want to just put acquire tremendous power in the quest log,
I mean, become sweet ravens is basically that for me. So
Yeah.
no, that
Yes.
counts. That's
Yes. So
also what I had in mind. Let's put it that
yes, it's tied to both Wizard Tower. I mean, it's literally a Wizard Tower. Maybe there's a tattered spellbook that I can get like one spell from.
yeah,
But still
I'm
a
down.
spell.
I wrote it down. Spell book. So we're good. So I think doing the dress. So I say if we want to order these a little bit, just based on urgency and need and kind of directions we're going map wise. If we head to Valakai to get the dress, we can also go south of Valakai to finish the Wizards of Wine quest and get the Red Dragon Crush gem by finding Baba Lysaga, because it's the same direction.
I think that's right.
And then we can come back with the dress and the Red Dragon Crush gem and get all the sweet rewards for those. So
Cool.
that's what I would recommend at this point. As Lily, not as Theo. Theo has no planning abilities whatsoever.
I will
That
also,
sounds like the right order.
yeah, I will also mention that that card did say search for the master of the Vistani at the Abbey of Saint Markovia, which is where you are now.
Yeah, that's what it says. It says St. Markovia's Abbey, search for master. It said Vistani in parentheses, and I asked you what that meant.
Gypsy.
No, I meant why I wrote it next to master.
I think there's a Vistani here that we need to save.
Perhaps.
Well, if they've been turned, mind you, if they're here, when it says save, does that mean annihilate them from existence so they can go somewhere better if that exists on this plane?
it says-
Or does that mean
You know,
save,
no,
like remove
Can we
it?
just wait and see
It
the
says-
situation
no, I
before
think
you
it
pull out
means-
your guns?
I think it means they will offer us help. Like, they will help
Look.
us.
I really like the spell Cone of Cold, okay?
All right.
We go to Valakai, we go to a dress,
Hey.
we go find Baba Lysaga, we get a gem, we go back, we pick up the dress, we come back here, we collect our rewards, we bust the Abbey open and just let all the weirdos out. Good plan, I like it.
Hey guys, before we leave, should we ask the abbot about this Vistani? Maybe
Great
he'll
plan. I approve.
make a trade.
No, why?
Yes, do
This is
it.
part of our quest.
Yes, do
Sinister
it.
is crap. Do not ask him things.
Ask him.
Pharaoh, ask.
All right, so Lily, I found the specific wording. It says a Vistana, as in singular of Vistani, wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in one place for long. Seek her out at Saint Markovia's Abbey near the mists.
Okay.
I vote try to find her. I have to go grab the laundry, but I will be, like, listening.
We could at least inquire, not about just say has he seen someone who would fit that description?
Yeah.
Has he seen a Vistana pass
That's
through?
fair. Yep, that'll work.
Are you asking the abbot or the burgomaster?
The abbot.
The abbot. Okay.
Who wants to ask?
That way we're not prying. You're the fount of great ideas. You should do
Oh,
it.
all right, I'll ask. Hey, before you go, Mr. Abbott, sir. Sorry, I know you're busy. Have you seen like a wandering Vistana around here? We were told there might be one nearby, and we're kind of looking.
You're gonna have to give me, Jake, like 5 seconds to double check something.
Now we've triggered the boss encounter. It's okay.
You've activated my trap card.
Uh,
Not the trap card, anything but that.
What? Exodia? That's impossible. No one's ever summoned him before. It's like,
And he says, interesting that you would ask about a Vistana. She arrived a few days ago and has been staying in the barracks above.
Ah, well, that's better
Voluntarily?
than searching the woods, I guess.
was that a voluntarily or a voluntarily? It's like,
Yes,
or a volunteer.
she came having heard of the prestige of the abbey. And you could tell he's exaggerating a bit there.
Yeah.
I would like to speak with her.
Of course, she's upstairs.
Let's go.
Cool.
I think we need 2 coconuts.
He says, yeah, upstairs and then across the wall to the barracks. The
All
door
right.
will be clear.
Let's do it.
And so you guys
Dunk, 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 dunk.
head upstairs. You pass the guy who's playing the violin. I'm going to describe him real quick. He is halfling height.
Hi. Oh,
thank you.
really hot, so don't eat it. Don't burn your mouth. Don't burn your
Alright.
mouth. Don't burn your mouth.
Got it. Thank you. I love you.
Burns his mouth.
I won't. I'm going to... Ah, my mouth! Set that down, and I will eat that in a minute. All right.
It's very important we give Lily the chance to tip this guy.
All right. So, this halfling size, he has 2 heads, one of which has some goat-like features. The other is small and like a cherub. And the small one is sleeping. He's holding this violin that he's got out, and he's holding the bow with a giant like crab claw that he's moving back and forth, and then he's using his human hand
Big, meaty
to actually
claws.
operate it. He's got a giant, like a bear's foot. I'm describing the guy playing the violin.
So-
Lily.
Yeah,
So say what you will about his personal aesthetic going on, but like just mechanically, that's pretty impressive. I'm happy for this guy.
As you guys come in, he slows the thing for a second, and he goes shh, and he gestures towards the second head that's sleeping, and he keeps playing the violin.
Aw, that's... Wait, his other head is sleeping?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
I missed that.
that's-
I was like, there's
You
2
missed some
people in the
crucial
room. That's
context
nice.
there.
Oh, God.
the hell?
Yeah.
Jake,
Normal dude.
this is only okay during October.
I only have 1 mind read left. There's no options. There's 2 heads. I don't know what to do.
You literally read the mind of every person you pass.
Only the interesting ones. But both
why
of
you
them
never read your
qualify. How do you know that?
Good burn.
Alright, let's continue on to the barracks.
All right. So you guys make your way across. You go outside and you go across the walls, and there's a door that's clearly the barracks. And you're gonna knock, Alex. I gestured by your
Yeah.
action earlier.
Am I shaving a haircut 2 bits?
Someone comes and opens the door, and you see a woman. I have a picture of her somewhere.
Is it scary? Because then I kind of don't want to see
It's
it.
not scary. No,
So
it's
stressed
it's
out
very
right
not
now.
scary.
She's only got 3 heads.
She is clearly, yeah, she's only three. Wrong way. Where is she? Come on, where's the picture of her? Well, looks like a normal person. Here we go.
Like
I'm not gonna lose this
relatively
page.
normal for Barovia, or actually normal?
Actually normal. Got a picture of her right there.
So why is she living here?
She looks like she walked out of an 80s
Also,
hairband.
her swords are cool. They're rapiers, yeah?
She's got a sword that, appears to be a rapier, and then an axe. But she's not holding those right now. That's just
Mad
the picture.
respect, though. Are they nearby?
Yeah, you see them lying on the table. She's got some of her stuff there.
Sweet.
You also notice her foot appears to be like a metal construct. One of
Whoa.
her feet.
Sweet.
That one only has 1 head.
Yeah, she's got a
And 1 foot.
prosthetic lower leg and foot on the.
That was more
right
towards
side.
Pharaoh.
Cool.
And she opens the door and
Doesn't
she
have
says,
two heads.
yes.
Should we ask her if she's a
Your
wandering?
brother told us to come find you.
Sorry.
Really bad at playing characters with 20 charisma.
What did you say? The beginning of your...
Echo Card just told us to come find you.
And she says, so you've met Madame Ava?
I've actually met her in 2 different worlds. Don't ask.
I would like to hear more. And she opens the door.
I'm Theo. And this is my brother, Eridan. We're the Eldridge brothers.
Guild letter.
They haven't heard of you and they don't care about your guild letter.
Oh, from Redlock.
Guild letter.
Oh, come on!
Yes, finally, someone's heard of us.
Eldridge and Sons Blacksmith.
That's right.
Yeah.
We can make anything you need. And it looks like you would order from us. I see your rapiers. Nice stuff.
My jaw's
Pointed to her foot.
No, I'm talking about the sword.
I wonder how and why you've had the misfortune to come to Barovia.
You know, so do we.
Wait, hang on. Nobody here has known what Redlark is till right now. How did you know we were from Redlark?
I am not trapped in this plane like many others.
Ask her about Sarvis. Ask her about Sarvis.
As a Vistana, I can
The
come and
most
go.
important thing to ask her.
That is totally a quest, dude.
As
As a Vistana.
a Vistana, I can come and go as I please.
Wow.
Wait. All Vistani can come and go as they please?
Of course.
Not
Oh my
Vistana,
God.
not Vistani me, I think.
Vistani is plural.
Vistani's plural.
Oh, I thought you said,
No.
like, I thought Vistana was like a rank.
No.
No, it's like spaghetti and spaghetto.
Okay. Got it now.
No.
How do you get from place to place? I've been trying to contact my patron and I can't reach her.
Oh, you will have no such luck while you're on this plane. You'll need to... Well... I've not yet found a way to escape someone who is not of the Vistani, but I wish you the best of luck.
How do you
God,
travel
what the
between
hell?
planes? Is there a ritual or some
No,
strange magic?
I simply travel into the mist and...
It does not
because-
spit her out.
Because... right. Because of Strahd's association with my people, I'm able to make it through.
Is
Like
strong.
a friendly association?
Clearly have not been here long. Yes, many of the Vistani serve him. I do not.
Oh my god!
I do not, but
Oh,
Shit.
good.
I
That's
remember
really-
that.
his
That's exactly what a Vistani who serve him would say. No, it's
his allowances are for all the Vistani.
Can we become Vistani?
No,
I
that
feel like
is-
that's a genetic thing. And
Yeah,
I
I
would
was
not
saying.
be interested.
No, we can train for many years and join the ranks. I'll do it.
No,
Can we marry
Vistani.
into
Being a
the
Vistani is by birth. It's you are
This is ridiculous.
a what would the Ben? What's the nationality of humans from like the Forgotten Realms near Waterdeep? Right, like the Sword Coast people.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't
yeah.
Tendothan.
What?
I think it's Tendothan.
Tendothan?
I think so, too.
You
pretty
are
sure.
Tendothan. I am Vistani.
Ah,
I am mortal. You are elf kind. Never be.
it was a dream.
It was a dream, Arwen. All right, fine. I
Be
feel
right back.
like these practices are very exclusive, and
I feel like she's really thinking in the past right now.
no.
She says, "What
I mean-
brings you here to the Abbey, and furthermore to Barovia?"
We're not in Barovia by our own choice.
We were pulled in during a planner event.
You're familiar with Vizir and Devere?
No.
You're not
You know
Yes.
about Redlark, but you don't know about Vizir and Devere.
To be
Nasty
fair,
man.
Alex, like no one knows who Vizir and Devere is. He was not.
No, act like it's a big deal.
He
This
was
is
secret
so
behind the scenes.
Just saying, she's heard of us, but not him.
Vizir and Devere is another face that Strahd wears.
He did seem strange when I saw him last.
No.
Wait, when did you last see him?
Is it a weekly bridge game?
I have been surveying Strahd, observing him whenever he leaves the castle,
Like tracking him?
to the best of my ability.
Are you planning on taking a hit out on that guy? Because we can help.
Yeah.
She says,
Yeah.
I could use allies in this. I suppose you've met the abbot and his creation?
Oh, that wackadoo. Yeah.
Did you see what you did, Jake? That was important. You weren't looking.
I mean, I did call him a wackadoo.
Yeah.
She also went like this, which I feel like is very strong gesturing.
You seem well informed about Barovia. What is he?
Strahd?
No, the abbot.
Oh. The abbot, I'm not clear. He's clearly a very corrupted man to believe that what he's doing would save Barovia.
So you don't think it'll work?
No, of course not. Only defeating Strahd can free this land.
What do you know of this curse he speaks of? It was very vague.
I don't know the details, but if Strahd is dead, the curse over the land, he can no longer hold his curse over the land.
That logic checks out.
And do you think the souls that are being trapped will be freed?
Perhaps. Hopefully.
She acts like she knows about that. It's not weird.
No one knows. He's never been dead before.
No. I just mean, when
Not
I
even
say
for
that,
like a week, like a vacation, he knocks off for a bit.
I'm saying when I say that, she doesn't go like, what? Souls are missing. She like acts like that.
No, she's aware.
Please.
I mean, technically, if he's a vampire, he must have died for a moment.
So are you looking for someone?
I suppose that's true.
Yeah, what?
What do you mean? And she's suddenly more defensive.
This is the deck of cards thing. You're looking for someone. And I think we need to help.
A master?
Yes, I'm looking for, and let me make sure I get his name right.
Oh shit, she is? I thought it was the other way around, like she was gonna help us.
No,
She's looking for a great
someone.
warrior. Wars not make one
I
great.
am a great warrior. I will totally help her.
Judge me by my beard.
I'm looking for my, okay, so Jake is pausing because I'm trying to find the right word. I don't want to say master because that sounds like she's a slave.
Mentor?
She was a mentor. Yeah, that's the word that the thing used. Thank you. Lily said master, and it got me on a weird tack. Looking for my mentor, Rudolph van Richten.
Okay, we're gonna pause and I'm gonna write that name down. We're getting a
You
new
mean you will
side
not
quest,
remember
everybody.
Rudolph van Richten?
I will take history checks from any of you to remember who Rudolph van Richten is.
Rudolph, a traditional spelling assumed.
Yep.
Can you please spell Van Richten?
Damn, why do I even try?
V-A-N
Ben's got it taken care of.
R-I-C-H-T-E-N.
And that's why you keep an nerdy elf around.
R-I-C-T.
Thank God we sent you to
EN.
that library.
It's not even proficient.
So-
It's like
Emerald?
No, wait, I want to roll too.
Drop down set, don't lecture me.
Bob is such a drop down.
Ah, look, I know shit. Look at me.
Theo, you have heard of Rudolph
all I
van
get.
Richten, the vampire hunter. Emerald, you have read his books.
Dude, Abraham Lincoln's ultimate alias.
No, dude, it's Van Helsing.
This guy is
Yeah,
basically Van Helsing.
Lincoln's
No
nickname.
joke.
Come on.
Crossbows.
Right?
Abraham Lincoln, Van Helsing, basically the same.
Special equipment, crossbow.
Yeah. So
Leather jacket.
she's looking for her master, who's Rudolph Van Richten.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm like, guys, that's that sweet, sweet vampire hunter. And probably as soon as I say it, it jogs Eridan's memory, I'm assuming.
throwback
I
to
think Grandma
Jake,
Stormbanger told the stories about him.
Yes,
so I
Ben.
can get context on time. When was his last book published?
More than a decade ago.
Got it. I was doing a scale on, is it long time and time is screwy
He's-
here? Or
no,
is it-
you know that
yeah.
he's an old man by now.
Okay. These are important questions when it comes to
Because
planes.
he's human.
Hey, did you eat your pie?
Not yet. I should, do that before it gets
cold.
cold. I'm throwing utensils every which way.
You guys, I really want to get Van Helsing on our team.
That's basically a quest, dude. We're gonna find that guy, and we're gonna get him, and he's gonna join our team, and he's gonna teach us everything he knows, and there's gonna be a sweet montage with great music. And we're all gonna become crossbow experts.
Yeah, dude. Become superbirds. Talk to dark things.
He's old too, so it's gonna be like Donald Glover and Lethal Weapon version of.
Too old for this.
No, not Donald Glover. Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Donald.
There you go.
Wrong Glover. That'd be hilarious, though.
Right? I'd love to see a
Too
reboot.
young for this shit.
A reboot of Lethal Weapon. with
I'm
Donald
ready
Glover.
for it.
Shit.
All right, cool. New quest. I like it. Where did you last see him? That guy's awesome. We want to help you find him.
I don't know. I just know he's somewhere in Barovia.
Oh, but he's in Barovia. That's good.
Yeah.
He's
Hey,
on another plane.
Barrow.
He left after Strahd, the greatest vampire. He must want to defeat him in one final hurrah.
I bet this abbey has some holy water somewhere.
Wait, you said he left after Strahd took over?
No. Like, went after.
Oh! Okay, it's not at all what I heard before. Okay, cool. Alright. We'll find him.
We could scry him if there is some holy water available.
It's an abbey. Like,
Yeah, but
I could
it's not
scry him.
ground, dude. This is not, traditional abbey.
Who knows?
She said,
What if they
saw
charge?
I think I saw some in the courtyard. In a little basin.
Cool.
No, that was a bird bath.
Oh, I thought it was a
yeah,
whole
but it'll do. Who's counting?
Bird bath.
Well, do y'all want to go a scrying?
Let's
Yeah.
go with Scryan.
Okay.
For all we know, it's in the same direction as our other quests.
She says
me make
fantastic.
It's literally down the stairs, Lily.
So it's in the same direction. It's toward the exit.
I've lost her sheet, her page again because I turned the page. There she is.
Do not know who
Oh,
else may be
I took
watching.
a fun quiz today, guys. It was like real life D&D stats from Advanced D&D.
Oh God.
The only part that I feel willing to brag about is I have 18 Shaw. So, watch out.
Alright. So,
Make it barded.
y'all head downstairs, and there's still that weird crab spider thing that's on a chain in the middle of the courtyard.
Did I miss that? Oh, wait, this is the guy
We're
with
talking
the
about Sid.
mandibles. Right?
Yeah, this is Sid, yeah.
Okay, clarifying. Very.
I thought the abbot was Sid because he took his toys and he mixed them all together.
Yeah, I feel like the abbot.
Yeah, the abbot Sid. Whatever. The
That's
creator.
what we were saying.
You know,
It's not
got things
Sid's abbey.
there, and it's like right at you, but it's at the end of its chain. And you guys are standing around this bird bath.
Wait,
This is very distracting. It's going to make it hard to do this for 10 minutes.
Alex, stop. You're gonna make me do this.
Emerald, can you silence those things?
Well, I mean, I could, but it'd be dead.
Cone of silence! Cone of silence!
I just
I request the cone of silence.
I don't have that one. I'm sorry.
No, that's for Jake.
No, yeah,
Fine.
there-
It's not prepared
I
for
could
this.
kill it.
The
It would
crass
shut it up.
wild.
Alright, you guys are talking at the same time. We can't hear either of you.
Oh.
I was saying Brandon and Ben.
Scry.
Alright, scrying. I've only heard of the target, right?
Yeah, she probably has something of his, though.
I was gonna say, and we can also ask her for even more detailed description.
Yeah, she has a possession or garment.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. So only +1 to their save.
That says -4 right there.
Yeah, he has
Right,
plus
but-
5.
Oh, but you don't know them very well. It's both. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Cool. So what's the DC of the save?
It is 16.
And it's a wisdom save?
Yep.
Whiz.
Cool. He fails.
Ha!
Scry master.
What time of day is it? It's the evening. Okay. You start to see an image in this little bird bath. It becomes clearer.
There's something so ghetto
You're
about
seeing
being
a
a bird bath.
tavern. In fact, you recognize this tavern.
Oh, is it the tavern of the Blue Water Inn run by Irvin?
It's
I've
in
been here
Yes.
before.
It is the
It's
Blue Water Inn in Valakai.
My notes, they matter.
And the person you see sitting at a table, having a drink, the person who is the focus of the spell, you guys know him as Rictavio,
Oh my god.
Rictavio. Who's
the
that
old
guy?
man
Video.
who took the stake to his cart, his circus cart, and fed the tiger.
The guy who's friends with the guy who makes the creepy doll that says is no good as
Rictavio.
Nolinsky?
Oh, and I was there, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god!
Wait, is he the guy who has the tigers?
Yeah.
Shit.
It's
That
the Tiger
guy?
Man! Theo, you remember the Tiger Man?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was Aridin, but yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
We're in
I
our
can't tell you two apart, you humans.
Hey. No, it's-
Twin brothers.
no,
Yeah,
that's
Wow.
it's the Tiger Man. He's the guy. And he's also at Blue Water Tavern.
But okay.
Back to Valakai!
No, we should tell her what we know about this guy. We'll be like, he's working with Blinsky, right?
Yeah, fucking Blinsky.
Who? What?
The creepy guy who makes the dolls that look like our friend. I point to Arena.
The toy
We
maker?
We have the doll, so we're gonna show her.
He's not just a toy
the
maker.
resemblance is striking.
And he made this
Creepy.
one too. I'm gonna show her the Stroud one. And be like, hi, I'm Stroud. I'm gonna.
See?
That's good. See, that's a Blinsky toy.
Okay. The point is, your friend, this awesome guy that I've heard stories about, who I really respect, apparently is working with this Blinsky dude. Also,
There's nothing wrong with Blinsky. He's a toy maker.
yeah, well, why is he making these creepy AF toys, dude?
because someone is paying him to.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Take
I
the-
don't
Do you guys not recall that was a commission?
Capitalism is evil.
In fact, I think you even know who was making who.
Yeah,
It was.
we do.
Isaac
It was like
was-
the it was like the
The
guard
city guard
captain or
guy.
sheriff or whatever.
Isaac Strozny.
Yeah, but he works for Strahd, so really, it's
No,
for-
Isaac does not work for Strahd. Isaac works for the burgomaster of Valakai.
well, that guy works for Strahd.
That's debatable.
Maybe.
I feel like it was for Strahd, and it was
He's
creepy.
sketchy. He's sketchy.
No, he was just really sketchy. That's what you're remembering, Lily.
All right, well, whatever. I don't trust it. Also, is it traditional for Mr. Van Richten to keep pet tigers and lions?
Oh, yes, yes.
And to feed them scrambled eggs, if I recall correctly.
No,
The
the
tiger
eggs
usually
for
prefers
Blinsky.
steak.
Because I'm not recalling correctly.
Um,
That was a test, and you passed.
Oh, good. How long has he been working with these animals, and what's the deal with that? Is that like his hobby, or like is this part of the anti-Strahd plan?
No, he's trained many tigers in his time. Normally, he trains them to go after certain targets.
It's pretty
Oh.
badass.
Can only guess what his targets are this time.
Oh. Okay.
Perhaps wolves. Maybe
Alright.
werewolves. He's trained them to smell lycanthropy before.
What?
Oh.
Oh, that's useful. Great.
Very useful. Do you think that he takes them around here? Or Valakai as a whole?
I doubt that he takes the tiger out of wherever he's keeping it. I doubt the town would be okay seeing a man walk a tiger around.
Unless it's Lord. Right. And unless you have a gold leash.
We should make sure we bring lots of meat to distract the tiger.
I agree. New side quest to get lots of
It's
meat.
okay, Fern. I've been camping before. We just need to cover you in deer pee.
Hmm.
Great. Okay,
Seems that
well,
bread is not sufficient for once.
Valakai, Jake, if I'm understanding maps correctly, which is not a guarantee, I think Valakai is also,
It's
Like,
east. Going
it's
straight
east of us, but we have to go kind of southeast anyway. Oh, no, wait, that's to get to the creepy temple. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the creepy temple. It's pretty much straight east. You follow the main road, it dips south, and then comes back north as it goes around a little hill. But it's straight
But south
east.
is also where Wizard of Wine is.
Wizard of Wine is straight. Pretty much, you go a little bit east and then pretty far south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ruins of Berez. Yeah, that's south of Valakai.
Berez is you go all the way east, almost all the way to Valakai, and then turn south.
Right. That's where the Babala Saga is.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we are headed that direction anyway, and we will look into the situation with Van Richten for you.
I'm coming
You want to come?
if he's there.
Ah! I thought you were like busy and living here and living a double life in multiple planes.
No,
but time, sure.
I was waiting here for Strahd to arrive for his corpse bride, and then I could attack him, maybe even kill him.
Oh,
You were just going to do that by yourself? You were cool with that?
You think that you can take on Strahd?
No, I'm just thinking, like, if she thought she could do it, then if we're here, we can do it.
Well, you have a crippling bread addiction. Like,
It's good for you.
Thank you, Ben. By the way.
I'm fine if she wants to come, but I'm gonna let her know that we have some other promises we have to keep first.
we have to make a dress order.
I tell her the quest log that's in the direction we're
For
going.
the corpse.
Don't tell her all the quest log. In fact, don't tell her any of the quest log.
Certain if we're going to do that or not.
No, not the whole quest log. I'm just saying we have to go east anyway because we have some things to do. East.
In the east.
Important easterly things.
Missions. Quests.
You're not
Things.
thinking of going to the castle, are
Things.
you? To Castle Ravenloft?
Inevitably.
No,
No.
not that far east.
Okay.
Place is terrible yellow.
I'm gonna look at them and it's gonna inevitably, not now.
But I've been planning for weeks, but it's an imposing place. He has much
Indeed.
power there.
He's a lord rich off his manor. He's not going to leave. He will for errands or things that trouble him,
I
but
mean, he was just in the sky, like, yesterday.
yes, and we could totally hit him there.
Yeah. Good point. Good point, Emerald. For once, the elf is right.
But he has the high
For
ground.
once.
I'm just saying, he's not going to go where he isn't safe. And if he's there, he's honestly going to be complacent. It's a better plan than we might say, though it's still a bad one. So,
Right.
as I said, inevitably.
So I think it's probably this is Jake talking. I think it's probably early afternoon. You guys could probably make it to Valakai. It's not too many hours away. Let me actually pull up my handy dandy table of travel distances.
200 miles.
Curse of Strahd, Barovia travel distances. All right, from the village of Kresk to where is it? The town of Valakai is roughly 2.5 hours. It looks like.
Oh, cool. Should we?
You guys could
stop
make
at
it there by
Burger Master?
nightfall. Sorry,
But is Valakai the place we had to run away from because everyone wanted to kill us?
not everyone wanted to kill you, but yes, you ran away from it. What was that, Alex?
The abbot wanted us to bring the Booger Master with us. Are we gonna do that?
The Booger Master?
Yeah, the Booger Master, Jake.
Burgo Master. Got it. No, he didn't say you had to bring the Burgo Master with you.
You've said Burger
Yeah, I did.
Master every time, also.
No, you're just hearing Burger Master because you're thinking of Burger Master Master Burger.
I'm just thinking I want a hamburger.
No. He just said, like, if you guys don't do it, he's going to make the Burger Master do it, but you guys seem more capable.
Yeah, that guy was kind of an idiot, to be
I
honest.
thought you
I
said
don't
that he
trust him.
wanted him to go.
No,
know
you're
don't
paying
trust
the
him.
price for the Burger Master for his son.
Oh, I think he's saying he was going to hire the Burger Master, but the Burger Master is just going to hire us.
Yeah, no, I get it now. I just thought he was saying that he had to go, and I was confused.
Yeah.
This is better.
You guys also suggested, before you came to Kresik, that you were going to sneak out and leave Ismark here.
I was going to say, let's not stop back there. I don't want to see his mark. I was just about to get back to that.
Gotcha.
And I already talked to Arena about that. She's cool
Yeah,
with it.
Irina's down with that, yeah.
All right, cool.
So what you're saying is mark him for death.
Yeah, we're.
Irina says he's not going to die. He'll be safe here. He'll stay with the other burgomaster. They'll
It's
do
the
their
safest place
stupid
in all
little
of Barovia,
burgomaster
really.
to burgomaster bullshit.
I mean, I personally don't know anyone who's died twice in 1
Bargain
week.
about my life.
This is the safest place in all of Barovia.
I more said it for a silly pun in the middle of the sentence, but it's fine.
Oh,
Is
So
Mark? Okay.
got it.
we can get going and just head to Valakai, but I would like. What's this lady's name?
Oh, I did not tell you her name. Her name is Esmeralda.
Oh! I would like Esmeralda to make all of the booking arrangements at the inn when we get there, since we had to flee last time.
That's fine.
Fire, hellfire.
I would also like
Esmeralda de Avenir.
to ask her on the way
Dalvin.
if she knows more about the story of Tatiana and Sergei.
She's even a gypsy, madam.
Yeah, let me see. There's a list here of what the Vistani know. Let me see what they know.
All of Vistani have the same knowledge base about this story.
It's like the things that all Vistani know. Some Vistani
it's
know
like a
more
legend.
things, but yeah, like there's like a list of like all the things. Yes,
It
so
is.
she knows several things, which she will tell you as you guys are walking east.
Great.
You leave out the north gate. You were able to sneak out just fine. On the backside of the abbey, there are gates that are not watched by the Kresik folks because they're up and connected to the abbey. So she tells you she might not know the name Sergei, but she does know the name Tatiana. Strahd, over the years, has taken many consorts, but he's only known one true love, a Barovian peasant girl named Tatiana. Don't know what happened to her, but
I mean, being a vampire's true love is probably good for your health, so I'm sure she's fine.
yeah, Strahd comes from a royal bloodline. He died centuries ago, yet endures as one of the undead, feasting on the blood of the living.
Von Zarovich, right?
So
Von
she doesn't know what
Zarovich.
happened.
Yes.
She doesn't know what happened to Tatiana.
No. She's just heard the stories of that's who Strahd's one true love is. The castle Ravenloft is named after his mother, Queen Ravenovia. Strangers
I can't write
aren't.
any of these down because I was eating a cookie.
That's
so,
okay. You can talk to me later. You can write it down later.
Yeah.
That also strangers are not welcome at the castle without an invitation.
Surprise, surprise.
Strahd conquered this land centuries ago and named it after his father, King Barov.
Guess he really likes his family.
Right? Strahd
Family
uses
too.
wolves, bats, and other creatures to spy on all the realm. The Barovians are a simple, frightened people. Some have old souls, but many do not. The soulless ones are easy to spot because they know nothing but fear. They have no charm, hope, spark, and they don't cry.
So we can just hold onions in front of them and tell if they're
That is the test.
soulless.
That's the test.
They almost had it with that garlic thing.
Dude, this may be out of her realm of knowledge, but I'm curious. Do we know what would happen to the soulless if Strahd were to be killed?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of trying to ask the abbot earlier, but she seems to know more.
I don't know for sure. I presume they'd live out their lives and die, and
You don't think they'd have any souls restored to them?
I was more concerned that they would die on the spot, but
I honestly don't know.
The mystery continues. Okay. I will write down that story after this session, so we have it.
yeah.
So we still need to find out more about Tatiana and Sergei, but that was good information to have.
I think we should repeat these questions with Mr. Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I agree.
Right.
Really noted.
So
Is that
along
perfect?
your
Yeah.
way, oh sorry, go ahead.
No, nothing.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I asked if Mr. Red-Nosed Reindeer was our official nickname for.
Yes, it's
For
the
Rudolph
official
Van
nickname.
I mean,
Richten?
that or Van Helsing. I'm okay with that. Oh, can we just call him Hugh Jackman?
I'm so down. But now I'm gonna be picturing him as super attractive.
Isn't he
I mean,
like
he's old,
5?
so obviously.
That's
Hugh
my type.
Jackman in
You got
40
it.
years. Got it. It's like,
That's
Whatever you're
Harry's
into.
type.
I don't judge.
No, man.
All right, so along your way, when you guys pass the first major crossroads where you would head south to go to the Wizard of Wines, she takes you guys. You guys would go off to the right if you were going the same way you traveled before. When what's their names? Yevgeny and Soldar were leading you here, but she says, "I'd like to make a stop if you don't mind. I'd like to get some things from my cart. It's parked to the north here. It takes the same amount of time to get to Valakai this way. It just goes the other way around the hill."
That's fine. Can I
This is a
retcon
practice
that we
roll.
told Yevgeny and Soldar to guard Ismark somehow? I have
Sure.
my pocket raven.
That's fine. Yeah,
I can send it via my pocket
you
raven.
might want to send some gold with that. They were pretty stingy.
All right,
before.
fine. I send 5 pieces of gold with the pocket raven.
There you go.
should I
much
take
is-
some time and recast this to keep her in the loop, or do we like having our private channel?
I'm okay.
I'd keep her out for now.
Fair enough. Was
On
asking.
0 chance we have to drown her, so.
Koros can relay things with his mental ability if needed.
Oh yeah, you don't need to recast it necessarily. If you want to save the slot.
It's a
It's a
ritual, so
It's a ritual.
Oh.
so it doesn't use the
never-
slot. So she takes this path and it turns north a bit where the other road would have turned south to go around this hill. And then after a while, you guys turn just a bit of a ways off the path to the north, where you see there's a large lake. There's a small island on this side of the lake and a tall tower on that island.
Oh shit! We were told about someone in the cards that lived in a tower on the lake.
We
Lily,
were.
read the card.
I will
It's the
read
wizard,
the
right?
card.
Wizard.
Says- History. Master of Stars. Wizard's Tower on a lake. The wizard's name and servant will guide you.
Well, didn't seem like we needed those, did it? We found the lake and the wizard
No,
already.
we're going to need the guidance in the tower.
So yeah,
Oh,
cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps over the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards over the lake, across the lake, to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side, where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop buttresses that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon splattered with mud.
Is this your wagon?
Yeah, I just need to get a few things.
How are you staying in the tower or no?
I've been up in the tower.
What?
I think that Van Richten was using it as a base.
Has
But,
anything been left behind in there?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We'd like to ransack it.
Don't go through the front door.
Is it booby trapped?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Severely.
Go through the front door.
I was gonna say.
Also-
go through the gash.
I don't know which of you, well, and she gestures at Emerald, you were very clearly a spellcaster. I don't know which of you are spellcasters, but there is some sort of anti-magic field on the tower. Your spells will not work inside.
Can I
Mine did
take a
not.
moment and do detect magic? It'll take I want to do it as a ritual because we have time. Is it just like an anti-magic shell, or is it something more complex?
Yeah, how long does the ritual take?
It's a ritual, 10 minutes.
10
Flat.
minutes, all right. Let me find the exact details.
If we're not gonna probably do too much more today, and he's doing 10 minutes ritual anyway, Pharaoh, are you willing to do a 10-minute ritual for being not ouched?
Oh yeah, sure.
Prayer of
That's,
healing.
that's.
Am I the only one that's ouched? Because then it's fine.
No, Pharaoh's
it's-
ouched too.
Let's be
I am
unouched.
certainly ouched. I'm extra ouched. I've
Let's
been
be
feeling
not-
ouched for a while.
Me too.
I'm fine. Apparently.
You're
You were
ouched.
guarding the cart and Ismark when the battle happened.
I'm
I'll
fine.
even-
I don't know why you're complaining.
So,
I'll even cast it as a 3rd level spell.
cool.
Do we all
Everybody
get
gets
16?
16 plus 8.
Shit. Nice.
24.
Thanks.
24 healing for everybody.
Amazing. Thank you.
Emerald, you're able to ascertain that it is an effect that is, if not exactly, is at least identical to an anti-magic field, centered on the tower, extending roughly 5 feet from it in all directions. But you also notice in your detect magic there are exceptions to the anti-magic field, which you presume are the traps that she spoke of.
Do they seem space-based or item-based? Or could I not sense that? Because that would be an interesting quirk of the shell.
What do you mean by space-based or item-based?
Like,
Oh, like
is it like,
magic works in certain spaces or from
and
certain
they have the
items?
like, or is it like,
No, you believe
Yeah.
that whatever wizard cast this created exceptions for his own magic
okay,
and then set up traps using his own magic.
okay. See, thank you. That I knew. I asked the question. I'm like, that could be mistaken, and then you took it the exact right way, and I appreciate it.
Also notice while you're doing this that the wagon radiates an aura of conjuration magic.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
While you guys are doing your rituals, she, rather than going to the front door of her wagon, climbs underneath and lifts open what looks like a trap door and climbs inside.
Is the wagon booby trapped
And
too?
then she leans down and she says, "Don't open the front door of the wagon. Particularly not while I'm in here."
Great. It's booby trapped. Thanks.
She goes back up inside.
Don't talk about her
No.
boobies.
Or-
She asked for privacy in her wagon. Jeez, you people.
it could disturb an extra dimensional space. That is my guess. In any case, could be it's probably a tiny hut. In any case,
Theo's like, "That's not a tiny hut. That's a wagon."
and he just shakes his head like, oh my god.
Man, these
They've
guys
never
are
even heard of
weird.
yeoman.
Exactly. Don't they know the circle of 8? Come on. Bigby, Leomund, Arluk,
The other ones.
Okay.
Tensor. I could probably do this all day if I had enough time. It's like
There's an M,
Yeah, no,
isn't there?
Dumbledore.
Someone's
Mordekainen.
magnificent mansion.
Mordekainen.
Yeah.
All right, so she gets her stuff, do her rituals, and then I agree that we should try to check out this tower. There might be something inside that could lead us to.
So where is our side gate? If you said not the front.
Yeah, she said it said also there's a gash in the side of the tower. I was gonna just go through the gash.
The gash is up on the 3rd floor, but what you guys do see, I stupidly flipped away from
You'll
this,
have to trust me.
is that there is a scaffolding that leads up to up the side of the building and to the opening.
Let's do it.
Wait.
Are you doing this while she's still in the cart?
No, because that took.
I
10
feel like,
minutes.
yeah. Well, and I also feel like we should wait for her to leave, just because since she's already been in there, we can ask her, "Hey, did you see anything like this in there?" No. Okay, probably not worth our time then. Unless you want to ransack the whole place and see if there's anything of value, not just anything of importance.
I just think if like he left a note to himself or something that would indicate like how he's planning to approach this Strahd thing.
I mean, I feel like anything related to him and his mission.
She would have taken and gone.
Yeah. I want to loot it for, personal power and wealth, but
Amen.
it might not be a high priority item.
So, she eventually comes out of the trapdoor and then, relatches it underneath, and crawls out and says, "Okay, so, the way up is via the scaffolding, but it's pretty old. I don't think it could support more than a person at a time, so I wouldn't recommend that we all go up at once. We'll have to climb up the scaffolding one by one
Have you already
to the
searched
tower."
here and did you find anything relating to Rudolph's mission or no?
I found some. What is in here? Some texts and things.
Ah, texts must not be important.
Sorry. I found no. So this is where I found pieces of his journal, which is how I know he's here to defeat Strahd.
Cool.
Wait. Oh my god, wait. I'm thinking on this more. She's a really she's probably a bot.
Ben is like,
I'm lost in a spell magic hole. Thinking of schools of spell because I realize like Leoman's Tiny Hunt is evocation, conjuration is like Mordekainen's magnificent mansion and stuff like that. She's higher level than I thought.
I thought the Lehman's Tiny Hut was abjuration, not evocation.
It's evocation, I believe, unless it's a typo.
Really? Because it's not an attack; it's a shield. That's why I would think abjuration.
You know, it would make sense, but
The cat is making me so sleepy.
Yeah, she found. So she says relating to Van Richten, she found a page from his journal. He'd burned the rest, and rolled up map of Barovia.
yeah, evocation doesn't make sense to me either.
I'm down to look around still. Like, maybe there's like a sweet magic weapon lying around. Oh, Pharaoh, you and I finished killing the Gulthias tree last episode also. And
I hallowed the
Oh
ground.
yeah, you got an awesome axe.
you have
If you
a cool
want it.
axe.
I shall be known as the killer of all trees evil.
I wanted you to add it to your inventory, and I have details about how it works.
What? Okay, cool.
You can let me use it, but like technically it's yours. So I wrote it down, but I also wrote a note to be like, give it to Pharaoh.
It was like extra D8 against plants, right?
Yep, I can send you all the
Yep,
details.
it's a battle axe that does an extra D8 against
Jake,
plants.
don't worry about it. I wrote it down. I'll send it you to him.
Cool. All right. She says, I'll go up first, and then I'll call for you, and as long as you each come one by one, hopefully it won't collapse.
So while she's up there, we're stealing her cart, right? Sure.
Koros, I feel she is stronger than both of us. I do not want to trifle with her.
Oh, we'll be fine.
In this land, I worry about the people, and besides, she's being so nice. Everybody else has been such a dick.
Oh,
I agree.
We won't steal anything.
Can I just say I love that you guys are like, she's nice, she's nice, she's nice, and I'm like, she'll probably kill us. It's like,
Nicely.
Yeah, she'll kill us in the most merciful way possible.
When
Who's going up first?
So when she goes up the scaffolding, you guys hear it creak and shift, and she's pretty light as far as, things go. She's not that heavy.
you may need to doff your armor.
How
I
high
think
up?
maybe we should just maybe send a rope down to hold on to
I
just
was
in
thinking
case.
rope. That's why it's how high it was.
He said it's the third floor.
So 33 feet.
Yeah, so we can
Easily
send a
jump
rope
into-
down
Yeah.
for securement.
Okay, so who's going to go up with the rope?
Oh, yeah, I'll go.
Cool. Emerald, you clamber up and you're fairly light. It creaks and moans and shifts, and you're definitely glad there's not a second person on here. You're pretty sure it would collapse. And you make it up.
You want to toss a rope down?
I'll look at you guys,
I'll go next because I don't really weigh anything.
Yeah. and then I'll throw the rope
The
down.
things I do for love, and shoves her out the window.
You think you could tie it off those statues I described earlier, the gargoyles on the side? They're right near where this gap is, so you can actually tie it off on the gargoyle.
Perfect, yeah. So I'll tie it off there. And then as she's kind of standing there, I'm just going to turn to her. So, Bardic or Wizardry? I'm assuming Bardic, looking at your take, but...
Getting right
I did
to
say
it,
she was
man.
out of Eddie's hairband.
Man.
She says, I've studied for my spells.
Interesting.
Which is to say wizard.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Everyone,
Yeah, I got you.
Everyone is so cryptic in this world.
Can I climb the rope?
Does she need to roll anything, Jake, to climb the rope or no?
No, you can just climb a rope. It's a rope.
All right, cool.
To
I'm gonna
answer-
follow after Aridin.
Josh's question from the comments. Theo and Aridin are fighters. Pharaoh is a cleric. Emerald is a wizard. And Koros is a warlock. That information used to be on the screen, but I ran out of room when I changed the layout.
So Aridin's going first, and I'm following.
Cool. You guys are able to climb up the rope just fine. Koros, you go up the scaffolding you were saying?
No, I'll go up the rope.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys, and then Pharaoh, you also gonna go up the rope?
Yeah.
Cool. You guys all make it up the rope fine. You're on the 3rd floor. Time and the elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall that you came in, and slimy black mildew on the walls.
No.
The wooden floor is very rotted and has begun to fall away in pieces. You can see that as you guys have come up, Esmeralda has been pushing you guys to sort of stays towards the sides of the room, over towards the walls where the ground has the most support from the stone. And not towards the center where it's collapsing. She then approaches the edge carefully and leans over and shouts, "Up!" And you hear like a shifting, a moving as of stone. And then you hear chains rattling.
Magic elevator. Magic elevator.
The 4 chains that are hanging through the hole in the ground and the hole in the ceiling start to move up. And eventually a platform appears level with the floor here.
Wow.
Magic elevator.
Where to learn to do this?
In the no magic zone, which is suspicious.
And she says, we can all climb on, but careful, this wood is rickety. We shouldn't all come at once. It might collapse.
I want to hold on to one of the chains for safety.
Cool.
I also would
I've
like
seen
to
too many people follow their deaths.
I'd like to make a brash and rude comment to the effect that if the Elders Brothers had built this, it would be falling apart already, and she should let us rebuild it, and I'm just trying to show off. And I'd like to roll charisma or persuasion
I
or
see
something.
you used wood. Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a
Everything
charisma
should
roll.
be metal all the time.
Deadpan question, but it would lose the enchantment. I don't understand the. Never mind.
She smiles at you, knowing.
She knows what I'm
Yeah.
up to. It's cool. All right.
She knows what you're onto, and she's not opposed.
Oh, hey, new girlfriend. Because Aridin, you already tried and it didn't work out.
I tried twice and it's not gone well.
Gone twice, not worked out. One time they died on you. One time they got stabbed and stole all your money.
Yeah.
Pharaohs of his. I don't know if Pharaoh struck out or Pharaoh noped out. I'm gonna say noped out.
I think
is
I
all.
think Pharaoh
No.
noped out, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Overdale
like,
was all up on him.
All right, so when you're all on, she says, "Up!" again, and continues up to the 4th floor. Unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of recent habitation, and although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with a matching chair, bright tapestries, a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light emits through arrow slits, as well as through dirt-caked windows with broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. Old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys around which hang the iron chains that support the tower's elevator platform.
Impressive.
How long do you think Rudolph Van Richten was living here?
Hard to tell.
Seems like he's pretty settled in. Did you ever visit him while he was living here?
No, I worked with him outside of Barovia. I
Right.
lost track of him after some time, and then he came here, and I came after him.
Gotcha.
I want to take a closer look at the suit of armor.
I was gonna go to the chest, so this is good.
Yeah, give me a perception roll for the suit of armor.
Beep, boop, boop.
So what you notice is that armor's got like straps that hold the pieces of armor together, like normal armor. There's like leather straps that hold the plates of metal together. There are no leather straps on this armor, yet it's still holding together like it's floating or something.
Call a spellcaster over.
Hey, Emerald?
I can't detect anything right now.
Yeah, but do you know about, like, anything that, like, I might not be able to see, but might be able to, like, wear armor or something?
It could be animated and be alive. That's the closest I've got. That or it's just enchanted to
Dude,
levitate.
edge
Like,
away
to back
from
away slowly.
Yep, edge away, edge away. You're like,
It's nothing to be alarmed of. It's probably a guardian of some kind. It doesn't matter.
All
I'm
right,
going to.
only one way to find out.
Pause,
So-
Ben, because I want to get what Lily said first because she was going to the chest.
Oh, but
Got it.
Pharaoh hasn't said anything. Pharaoh, was there something you were doing?
No, I'm kind of just walking around with you guys. If you're looking at armor, that sounds good. You're the armor knowers. I'm just the looker.
I want to look at the chest and like see if I can see any like
Yeah, so
mechanism for how it's locked.
as you get near the chest, there's this lavender aroma emanating from it.
Oh, I don't like lavender.
The chest appears to be unlocked.
Okay.
Nudge.
Open it.
Pharaoh, open this box. It smells like plant.
look,
Yeah,
I
nudge it
also
open.
like when bad things happen to Pharaoh, but let me actually.
Pharaoh is already nudging it open.
Okay.
Pharaoh, you nudge it open and you peek inside, and there is a severed head
Oh my god. Okay.
of a human
It's gonna be a baby.
Vistana. Oh, and Esmeralda goes, "Oh yeah, the head. He preserved it. I think he used it to cast Speak with Dead. He's done that before."
Speak with head.
You, you can do that with the whole body. Why just that? Oh.
It's
Well, you need
much
it-
easier
it's-
to carry a head
It's a
around.
lot lighter. It's like.
Like she's
You have to
like,
cut
it's
it
a lot
off.
easier to carry the head around. Duh. Like
Yeah, like I look at her like, what's with these?
Look, I think we should commend his professionalism in putting lavender scent around the thing so it does not smell like rotting head.
I
Right.
agree with that, but I will say, do you know who this was that he was trying to talk to?
no idea. I never learned Speak from Dead from Van Richten.
No, but do you don't recognize this head?
No.
I'm going to.
I mean, he's
assume-
clearly a Vistana, but
Right.
All right, I'm going to grab the head. Pharaoh can talk to it outside, right?
yeah.
What's the time limit on Speak with Dead?
You mean how long after they're dead?
Yeah.
Let me.
I think it just has to be intact enough
Yes,
to be able
he
to.
said he
speak.
preserved it.
Yeah,
She said-
there are clearly some sort of magic oils preserving this head.
Yeah, I don't think you need to touch it.
But he can't cast in here. Because we're in the
Correct.
magic tower. We need to bring it out of the tower.
Do you want to just take the whole chest at that point?
Not really, it seems heavy.
Oh yeah, there's no restrictions on how old the corpse can be. It's as long as I have a corpse.
It's-
Well,
yeah,
we have something corpse-like, anyway.
Can I close my eyes and do this? You guys talk to the head.
Also,
You gotta wait till you're outside,
Yeah,
Pharaoh.
We need to know what questions we're gonna ask too, right? It's like only 3 questions, and it's yes or no.
Yeah,
Yes.
All right, I'll slip the head into a little sack and I'll carry it out.
cool. So you're gonna start heading down.
Well, we don't need to leave yet.
Okay.
What else is in the room?
There's a
Can I
desk.
also look at the armor after I see Eridan be creeped out by it?
Yeah,
What do you want me to
I'll
roll?
go through the desk.
Perception, Jake?
yeah.
Did you tell me already that it was creepy and floating,
Mm-hmm.
Eridan, or no?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, creepy floating.
Yep.
Pharaoh, look at this creeping floating.
I've seen enough creepy, floating, severed, dismembered
No,
things.
no, it's not a person. It's just armor. It's
But
really
still kind of
cool.
creepy, to be honest.
Which part of the person is left in it then?
None. It's just really cool.
All right, fine. Show me the damn armor. Eldris brothers every time.
Barovia is damaging Pharaoh.
Yeah, it's really emotionally scarring for him. You just roll perception, Pharaoh.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was actually a purpose to that. Sorry, I thought I was just looking
I'm
at it.
glad we asked Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, you not only notice that the armor is floating and that the pieces appear to be unconnected but still holding together as if they're connected. You notice on the inside of the armor, you actually, you look between the cracks and you see on the inside, there are runes carved into the metal all over the inside of it.
There's ooh. I think that the craftsman made this thing work with these runes on the inside. You two could do this, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Now that you've shown us, and I'm like, I look at Aridin and I'm like,
We could definitely make the armor part.
yeah.
Are you telling me that the Eldris brothers can't make magic armor?
Not
We could
yet.
make armor.
More like the Eldris apprentices.
Oh,
Oh!
Smackdown.
You know what?
I want to.
Let's take this outside because I want it to be a fair fight.
I want to flat.
More like a pharaoh fight. Get you ready.
No, I'm flat palming him in the forehead as soon as he says it. Yeah. What do I roll?
You don't have to roll.
Well, I do it, and I do it really hard, and I'm like, ugh. And I probably do it
Girl,
towards the
I wasn't
scaffolding.
expecting
And the
actual-
scaffolding all falls now.
I wasn't expecting real fisticuffs, so totally taken off guard. It's like the last time I drank too much beer. Oh my god.
You mean yesterday?
Emerald,
Yes, today. You're right.
Emerald has like this smirk on his face, and he's not sure. You're not sure if it's because Pharaoh dissed you guys or because you hit Pharaoh.
True. I'm gonna ask Esmeralda if she's ever seen Rudolph wear this armor before.
The armor? No, that's from the tower.
I'm going to assume, given on nature, that you've already scoured this place for a spellbook to see if there was anything to be scavenged.
Yeah, there's anything worthwhile of Van Richten's is already in my cart.
I meant of the previous resident, but that would be true.
Oh well, there's
Well.
some books on the. And there's a shelf with some books on it.
Yeah. Are any of them not mildewed and destroyed?
Yes.
What's your favorite?
I don't have any context. Oh yeah. That's my first thought.
Okay, cool. I want to make sure we're on the same page. Do you have a sack?
Let me pull up.
Hey bro, can I borrow a sack?
A sack?
A bread bag. A
No,
very
sorry.
large
Wait, on the
bread bag.
shelf, they're all moldy and mildewy. I'm sorry.
That's what I figured, but I figured it was worth asking. Yeah.
Pharaoh, you noticed
Um,
something else. You've been looking at this animated suit of armor.
I'm beginning to see something.
You notice something behind it on the wall, actually, at this point. Some sort of compartment. It's this narrow slit, but it's not just like a hole in the mortar because it doesn't open to the outside, and it clearly looks like it was carved in there behind it.
Come take a look at this. There's something in here.
It's all the
like-
way behind the armor, so you kind of gotta like peek around it. It's hard to see.
Can I touch it?
I'm trying to see if I have any. Hey, Emerald. Can you get something out of like a small space? Any spells for that?
You can't
Thank
cast
you,
Not
Sasha.
magic.
in here.
Still no spells.
We're in an anti-magic field, remember?
Oh yeah.
Can I touch it?
How big is the opening?
Small.
Small,
Wait.
like
Like a slit.
Oh, okay.
it's like
Jake,
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot, so Emerald would probably know the answer to this. So I'm going to ask you: if you were outside of the anti-magic field, since that in itself is technically a magical effect, could you dispel magic in anti-magic field?
Not
it
in
is
Pathfinder.
possible to dispel an anti-magic field.
No, it's
It
something
is
super high
difficult.
level.
Yeah, I figured, but okay, that's what I thought. And Emerald's not that confident. He knows his limits.
Theo, do you just want to like move the armor?
Yeah, I want to put it in a sack.
We'll just move it and we can
I'll
get to the.
permanently borrow a red sack, by the way.
We're gonna scooch the armor over. Jake.
Okay.
I disturb the water.
You go and it slides.
Cool. Now we can get to the weird hole in the wall.
Yep.
Alright. I'm just gonna try to reach into it, I guess.
It's smaller than your hand.
Smaller than my hand?
Yeah. You can get like the edge of your finger in there. I mean, you can just feel the edge of something papery.
Pharaoh, you're skinny. You reach.
I'll try my best. I'm trying to think of things that I have, but I don't have anything that could help me. Like, can I break off some twigs off of a torch and try to like?
Esmeralda actually comes by and pushes you guys aside and says, "Just use." And she pulls out her sword, her rapier, and slides it into the hole and starts to pry out whatever's in there.
Oh, she's so awesome. She gets 10 points. 10 points. 10 points.
And I believe it's a book. A small bound book falls out.
Ooh, like a book of hours.
Ben's eyes.
Ben's like,
Books!
Paper?
Book. It's like Nemo Seagulls of book. What?
Yeah, it is a book bound in a thick leather cover with steel hinges and fastenings.
whoa.
The pages are parchment and appear to be brittle.
Come here, Bee. Come here.
Is it locked?
And she holds it out.
Or
It
'cause
looks
you
like
said
it's
hinges.
yeah. It looks like it's locked, but it also looks old, like it might just pop open.
I'm
She
gonna
holds it
very
out to
gen-
the party. Yeah.
I'm gonna very gently take it, look at everyone, walk to the scaffold, walk outside, and just go.
Well, the scaffolding is downstairs.
No, yeah, like just walk downstairs, get to the scaffolding.
Remember, it was an elevator.
Oh, yeah, you have to go down in the elevator.
Oh,
You son of a bitch!
You walk over to the elevator.
You're like, let's go.
Where are you going, Emerald?
Yeah, what are you planning here?
I'm down to go.
I was-
I just need to,
I feel like it's too fragile to just try and lift and hope it opens. So I was going to knock it, but I can't do that inside of here, and I didn't want to waste our time. I'm worried that the mechanics could. Actually, it's worth a shot, and I'm just gonna hold it your direction.
All right.
What are you doing, Bobby?
I'm going to try to pick the lock on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an old lock, and it wasn't ever a very strong lock. It pops right open.
That bold, though.
Yeah, and let me jump to Appendix F. So, the pages are parchment, very brittle. Most of the book, you start to look through it, is written in a curious shorthand. Stains and age have made most of the work illegible, but you're able to pull out a few paragraphs that remain intact and readable. And then I will flip over to Appendix F.
And Emerald
Girl,
learns
tell
in
us
the
if anything in there
darkness.
says something about cursed armor, because we kind of want to take this armor, actually.
All right.
Just
What
take
is-
it. Verses aren't that bad.
What is here is quite long, and I'm happy to read it to you guys, but it is a
Start
bit
that.
long.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, it's also in this like cursive handwriting that is very difficult to read.
Ooh.
So if you give me like 10 seconds, I can see if there's one on the internet where someone has typed this up, and I can actually read that instead. Give me 1 second.
Gives you focus.
Is there a room for it?
Finding it. Pharaoh, do you have a sack we can borrow?
Yeah, sure, a bread sack.
All right.
It's all bready.
That's totally big enough.
Yeah, Aaron and I
Yeah.
put the armor
I'm
in.
just gonna put the sack over the armor and flip the armor upside down.
Hey. Wait, you're putting like a giant, like you have like a giant potato sack? It's like a full thing of armor.
Yeah.
Where
Why
did you
do-
get
I
the
do
giant
eat a lot
potato
of
sack?
bread.
It's Pharaoh's bread sack. I assume it's bigger
Oh,
than
it's
a
massive.
potato sack.
Yeah, that's bigger than a person. Okay.
See, told you.
No, Pharaoh just puts his bread in his normal bag. He does not have a larger than a person bread bag.
Said he had a bread sack.
Damn
Alright,
it.
fine. I'll look around the wizard tower for a bag.
You know what? Next thing on my to-buy list.
All right. Someone on Reddit has kindly transposed these into normal text, so I will read it to you.
Thanks, Internet.
I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia, and took power over the people in the name of a just God, but with none of a God's grace or justice. I called my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. There's a gap where you're unable to read before the next paragraph. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty who was called Perfection, Joy, and Treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy, but she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set, and then there's a gap again, where it's illegible before you find another passage. With words she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name, Death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me. And so I came to hate death. My death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with Vol, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood, his divinity. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead, forever. Another gap before the next paragraph. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and light I fear the most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement.
Torpor, got it.
But the that cursed sword that Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. Another gap. One more paragraph.
That's
Two more
one of our
paragraphs.
cards.
I have learned much, too, about this land of Barovia. Ancient are its ways, ancient beyond the knowledge of the simple folk of the valley. An ancient saint dwells in this valley long before my coming, and 3 hidden fanes still give tribute to their memories. I visited the swamp fane, the forest fane, and the mountain fane, and claimed their power for my own. Their servants now... Excuse me?
That's the creepy people Bobby wants to see.
Their servants now serve me, and thus I have become the land. One more gap until you find the last readable paragraph. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have ever felt her within my grasp, but she escapes me. She taunts me. She taunts me. What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs that none may disturb me.
Intense.
All right, we need to keep this book with us. It's very.
I'm gonna
Super
stop
convenient.
reading. I'm gonna stop reading silently to myself and say, "Well, that was pointless, insightful but pointless." Hand it to Koros and then say, You can have it.
Well, thank you.
Pointless wizards, elves.
He just wanted
I mean,
me.
it told us where he is and how to kill him. I think that's
And how not to kill them.
He wanted a spell book. Okay.
I'm upset. I'm happy we found the information, but I'm upset. It's like
Pity. Okay, so we keep the book for sure. Also, we shove this armor in the potato sack / bread sack.
Mm-hmm. Good plan.
And then I think we're gonna skedaddle, but that sword matches our weapon,
Truck
Sword
card.
of Sunlight, Treasure in Dragon's House, and the enemy, Dark Lord, King of Spain's Depths of Darkness, the place you must return to. That all matches. So it's good. The intel checks out.
I don't trust him, but we'll see. Was there anything in the desk?
No, the desk was empty. She says, that's where I found Van Richten's journal, or at least the page that I was able to salvage.
All right.
Okay. Set out.
I think we bounce, yeah.
Okay.
Taking this armor.
Just put it on.
No, Jake, the armor is in the potato sack.
No,
you like me
you
to
don't have a big
identify-
enough sack, and it does not come apart. It is stiff, as if held
I mean, I was just
together
gonna
like a
take it
normal
outside.
person.
I was just gonna push it.
question: does it have weight? And like, if we lift,
Yes, it
does
is
it
heavy.
stay? Okay, I wasn't sure if the levitation was.
Good question, actually.
Would you like me to just identify the armor?
But we
We
can't,
can't.
in here. That's why I want to take it outside.
Right, but we could just haul it outside. We don't need to put it in
Yeah.
a sack to do
Why
that.
I'm trying
do
to
we?
take it outside. I'm just trying to push
Aridin
it.
is pushing it
Oh.
onto the
Oh, okay.
elevator.
Okay.
You got it, brother.
I was just wondering why we needed the
you don't
sack.
need help. You're
So-
good.
Koros
So,
has the head
the
in
re-
a sack. Go
Why
ahead.
does he get a sack and I don't get a sack?
It's a small
That's
sack.
fit in any kind of
Armor
sack.
What is it, Ben?
That's not my bread sack, is it?
I'm going to remind everyone that we may not want to push the armor onto the elevator because the first thing she said before we got onto the elevator is it's rickety and probably can't hold all of our
Just
weight.
take
No.
multiple
The
trips.
elevator's fine. It was the wood, the floor around
Exactly.
the elevator. The elevator itself was fine.
Okay. So
Yeah,
be
the
careful
elevator's
when
held
you're
up by
taking
these
it off.
giant chains.
You're right, though. We have to be careful when we get out.
Good.
And the scaffolding, because that's not going to be something you can just.
Yeah, you think
Rope
that
down.
the weight of this armor might collapse the scaffolding.
Jake, be
Push it
lost.
onto the elevator.
All right.
Come on with me, bitch.
All right. So
No, but actually, if I talk to it, if I'm like, "Hey, buddy, does it do anything?"
it does nothing.
Okay.
Sir, when we get
Just making
outside,
sure.
you should read thoughts on the armor.
So you get it onto the elevator. She gets on the elevator. Everybody gets on. She says, "Down, 1 floor." And it goes down and it stops at the 3rd floor. The chains, the stone moving sound, the chains.
So there's nothing on any of the other floors that's useful.
Just more traps.
It seems like he was only living on the top floor.
Okay.
Most everything
Oh,
else
yeah.
in here is decayed and collapsed.
Yeah.
So you push it over to the edge. She says, if you don't mind, I'm going to go down first.
Yeah, you do.
sure.
You
I don't want you to collapse the scaffolding and then get me stuck up here.
Yeah, no problem.
have the rope, right?
Try and catch this if it falls, okay?
She climbs down the scaffolding.
Yeah, I'm going to go after her.
I'm starting to get just a tiny bit suspicious of, like, she's telling us there's nothing on the other floor. She wants to go first. I can't read thoughts, but can I just do, like, a sense motive or whatever
Insight?
it is? Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll insight.
I feel incredibly trusting.
Yeah,
No,
that's
she seems... She just
Eldritch
seems like
trait.
she doesn't really want to climb a rope. Like,
Okay, cool.
she's skeptical of you guys trying to move this armor. Like,
Yeah, and I feel like she's stronger than us, and I am in no position to question her authority. So
That is fair.
she could also feasibly be much weaker, but I didn't take the time to focus on the spell when I detected it. So I have a.
I'm gonna climb down the rope
Cool.
and then just be down there. And I almost want Aridin to toss me the armor, but I feel like that'll go terribly. So
I feel like
I'll
you will
be
get
down.
flattened.
Yeah, you will die.
That's fine. Everybody can go down first, and then I'll put it on the scaffolding. I'll see if it falls.
70 pounds of metal just falls on Theo.
I got it. I got it.
Little Olivia, she's so precious.
All right, what's up?
Everybody down. Stand clear. Push it on the scaffolding.
Go to the
Cool.
blast
So
zone.
you're gonna wait till everyone else is down.
That's what
Yeah,
she-
and clear so they won't die from debris.
Cool. And you push it off, and it falls stiff, and it hits the ground and blows up into a bunch of different pieces. It scatters. And shatters.
Usable pieces like
I took it apart.
Like, or grenades.
Good
like,
thing we had not one but two blacksmiths handy to fix it.
I shield Esmeralda with my body.
And then it rattles a bit for a minute, and the pieces pull back together. Ding, 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 ding.
That's so cool!
And it's flat on the ground, like on its back, but it is stiff, just like it was before.
I feel like if you put that on, you may be stiff.
Or you can't take it off.
But it'd be awesome.
yeah, no, you should put that on for
Yeah,
sure.
Make note that
Go
I
for it.
shielded
If
Esmeralda
it's
with my
good,
body.
it'll be good. If
I
it's
mean, I
bad,
want to
it'll
have
be
you guys
good.
identify it now that it's out and we can get
Cool.
it away from the field.
What did you just say, Lily?
I said I want it to be noted in the record that I shielded Esmeralda with my body before the metal exploded everywhere.
She rolls her eyes.
Get down, Mr. President!
Hey, I'm working on this. This is a long-term goal for me. The personal quest log.
Pharaoh, can you identify this?
Sure, but let's hope it can, do that whole trick on the person inside of it. Otherwise, I'm betting this thing's had a lot of previous owners.
I agree.
All right, Pharaoh, you're gonna cast Identify.
Yeah, as a ritual, takes 10 minutes.
All right. And what? Anyone else want to do anything during those 10 minutes?
I want to come downstairs.
I was gonna say Aaron has to climb down, and then we should probably untie the rope somehow.
I'll take the time since it's been a while and we went into anti-magic area to recast telepathic bond.
Cool.
Just on the five of us, re-up the duration on that and make sure we didn't lose it.
Cool. Aridin, the way to keep the rope would be to untie it and then climb down the scaffolding.
Right.
Cool.
Real elvish rope.
Awesome. Pharaoh, after your 10 minutes, you're able to identify it as a being. It's animated armor. It has a command word, and when you speak that command word, the armor will follow the commands of the one who activated it.
Cool.
The command word you're able to identify is Kazan. And when you identify the command word, you realize that over the top of the door of the tower, the front door, inscribed in runes that you did not think of what they meant at first, but now you realize that they mean Kazan in runic.
Ooh. Do I think that the command word might work on something on the tower too, or is it just like the name of something?
It might be the name of the
Lily, what's that tarot
person
reading
who
about the
built this
so-
tower. What was that, Koros?
I know the one you're asking about. So, history, Master of Stars, the Wizard's Tower on a Lake, the Wizard's Name, and the Wizard's Servant will guide you.
So presumably his name is Kazan, and his servant is this thing.
Potentially.
I don't know where it's going to guide us, though.
Kazan, guide us.
Aridin, you take control of the armor.
Oh man.
It abruptly stands up.
It abruptly stands up, and a voice comes out of it, a very mechanical sort of.
Mr. Anderson. No.
I've already found the tome.
Right.
I can guide you elsewhere.
Where was the tome?
I think it's the book that he read.
The book.
The Tome of Strahd.
Okay.
How did you find it?
I did not find it. My previous master did. And I was its protector.
Who was your previous master?
Kazan.
Oh shit! Now he controls himself. Oh AI. Oh.
May he live forever.
Singularity. That happened fast.
Oh, Jake, I'm just telling you time.
Yeah. We got one more thing I want to do before we
I had no idea.
end. And that is, Koros, you're holding a head.
Oh yeah, we should speak with the head. What do we want to ask?
Wait.
Why don't we just ask the servant what
Yeah.
he asked it? Because he was there, probably.
I was just gonna say, do you know
Good idea.
who this is?
Well,
The
she implied it was Richter.
Van Richten. Yeah, no, it was Van Richten, and he says, "I am not certain. It was not there when I last was deactivated."
Oh. Very well. Carry on.
All right, so
All right, what are we gonna ask this baby?
Yeah, we should decide that.
who are you? Seems like a decent one.
It has
That
to be yes
should
or no,
work,
right?
yes.
Jake?
Oh yes,
I'm not sure.
depend
Brandon,
on the
you've got the spell in front of you.
it might be single word, not yes or no.
Oh,
One
okay, never mind.
One sec.
I thought it was just they're cryptic, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I believe.
I don't know things.
Up to 5 questions.
Oh, 5.
Brief, cryptic, or repetitive.
Cool.
So it can answer the full things. Okay, cool.
And is under no compulsion to offer truthful answers if it believes you to be hostile or recognizes you as an enemy.
Yep.
Just in case.
All right, so everybody put on that post-mortem charm, okay? We
Oh,
want
wait,
this
hold
person
on.
to like us.
What is everything we're going to ask it other than who is it?
Who it is, what, when somebody's talked to it before, what did they want to know?
Probably
What
what
was-
did it say?
What were the circumstances of their death? I'm not writing this down.
All right.
Should I
Sure.
I'm
write
writing
it
it
down?
down. I'm writing it down.
Okay, circumstances of death. If they know anything about Strahd.
Well, I think we know a lot about
We
Strahd.
know a lot
right
about
now.
Strahd now, but we could ask specifically about the Sword of Sunlight.
Sun sword.
Oh, yes,
Perhaps.
that could be useful. If it knows something.
I can't think of anything
Ask
else.
about the lightsaber. Got it.
The lightsaber.
Do it.
Do
Anything
it.
else? You got one more question.
If they know a way to free Tatiana's spirit.
To free Tatiana. Okay.
I'm banking on this person knowing a lot, and they might know.
Yeah,
very
that was the last reaction.
But I
It's
can't
like,
think of better questions that we as a party want to know. If
Yeah.
somebody thinks of one, please ignore my
I
other
will
question.
let you guys amend your questions if you want to like follow up on something he says, but I've written those 5 down.
Okay.
So
Assume that's the script.
Pharaoh, you set up all your candles, you light your incense.
Throw some bones.
Yep. Let me just review one thing real quick.
It says on this one to tickle his nose. That's never been part of it before. Somebody have a feather?
Yes, I actually do have a feather.
I have
Alright,
a feather
well,
fall.
My feather is magic, so I need it back.
All right.
you ever bring a feather fall? Oh, wait, 1 second. It's working.
He says, "What? Why do you need to talk to me again?" Oh, new people. And a fellow Vistana. He points, or he looks at at Esmeralda.
Welcome to the land of the living.
And he says,
What's the first question, Jake?
the first question was, who are you?
Who are you?
My name is Yan.
Yan.
Wait, you prefer dead guy.
Y-A-N. Oh, that feels weird.
This doesn't sound like anyone we know. So, did somebody, or if somebody rose you before, what did they ask you?
Van Richten. He wanted to know all about the Vistani and Strahd and... Oh my. He means to cause great harm. You need to stop him. You, and he looks at Esmeralda again, like, he's going to kill our people.
Vistani.
Tiger. It's trained to eat Vistani.
Oh, that's a load off my mind. I was worried about a whole different... if if he was asking you about Strahd, what do you know about Strahd? What do you know that we wouldn't, that anybody wouldn't?
Was that the third question?
Yeah.
No, that was not. You were replacing a question with that.
Oh wait, no,
One of
tell
them
us what
was-
we wrote
No,
down.
you changed the Strahd one to be about the Sun Sword.
Oh.
So
I thought
I'll
it
let
was
you.
the
I'll let
fourth
you
one.
rewind if you want to. Your next question
Yeah.
was, how did you die?
Okay, I will go to script then. How did you die? What happened?
Well, I was traveling with. Well, he called himself Rictavio, and
Guy.
I discovered he was trying to get to Barovia, and well, I couldn't let that happen. Then he ran his sword right through me. I may have tried to steal his pet monkey in the wagon, but between those two events,
All right, this guy doesn't seem like he's as useful as we thought. What are the other two questions we need to know about the sword and what
the
else?
Sun Sword and Tatiana's spirit.
If he knows how to free Tatiana's spirit.
Do you know of Tatiana's spirit or how to free her? The Vistani, I don't know, beautiful lady from Yor.
Tatiana wasn't a Vistani. She was a Barovian, a common Barovian.
Ah,
She's just a story. What do you mean about her spirit?
Don't respond.
no, that's
it's not a
useless. Do you know anything? Lastly, do you know anything about the Sun Sword, the lightsaber, the
The what?
what's it called?
The Sun Sword.
Sun sword.
The Sun Sword. Okay, cool.
Sword of sunlight.
He says, the what? And then the head goes
Oh my
blank.
god.
Well,
Whoa.
that was
And
enlightening.
that is where I'm going to leave you guys tonight. Thank you, friends, for watching. Please comment on the video, message the page, let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see changed, what you're looking forward to, that sort of thing. My players, please, each of you, tonight or early tomorrow morning, send me your rose, thorn, bud. That is the thing you liked, the thing you didn't like, and a thing you are looking forward to. With that, thank you everybody for watching. We will be back next Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific at our usual time, where we will hopefully have all 6 players. And with that, we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye now.
Woo!
If I can find my mouse. Oh, there it is. Bye.